Okay, let me check if my microphone is working. And it seems okay. Today I am going to restart more often than in previous streams. We have a new goal. For the ideal run. For me, at least. I'm still not sure what would be the maximum amount of points possible to get after the magic missile nerf. But I have my target and I wanna meet it first. If it's above what is possible, I will not meet it, but I will strive for it. Not sure there will be a lot of viewers today, because it's a working day and not Friday, like it was 2-3 days ago on 3 previous streams. But I will test the waters and see what kind of streaming schedule will fit my audience. As always, I'm trying to save 2 rerolls for the first mini-boss, one of which I'm expecting to spend on rolling the Aghanim for Bounty Hunter, if needed. And another one for... I don't know, today I'm going to invest into the Chain Frost as the second Aghanim. But in theory, I can also use that reroll for the Magic Missile Aghanim rerolling from the second boss. If I won't need those rerolls for Aghanims, I will have them for later item builds, which are not always granted. And yeah, finishing the game without Trident is awful, as the last upgrade to Kaya grants almost 10% damage. And then generally there is not enough damage for the last minute wave, no matter which build you have. And what's it called? The Apex is rather good to have, but again, for the best run ever, you need Apex as well. So 2 rolls are the bare minimum I'm leaving to proceed to the first boss. Before that, I need a desirable set of skills like all 6 of them basically. And I need Specialist Array, at least level 1. The Octarine Core, at least level 1. And today I'm going to allow myself to use, to basically take items that are good for the future combinations, but not necessarily needed for the first 5 minutes of the game, or even 6. And those are basically Kaya, Crystallis, and Phylactery. That's the plan for today. And of course, speaking to whoever is chatting on the stream. Another cool thing that might happen during this stream, though I doubt, is I will set a new personal record. And that would be great to upload to YouTube. So people who don't have time for the whole stream will be able to check how the game behaves after the patch and after the nerf of the Magic Missile again. See people joining the stream. Welcome everyone. I also use different settings for the streaming software today, which is like different encoder, and quality of stream might be actually worse, but yeah. I do hope for lower latency between the stream and the chat basically. And I'm generally looking into investigating how different encoders will influence the stream quality and interaction quality with the viewers. If you are interested in more details, in previous 2 streams I used HEVC encoder, the one that is hardware supported by NVIDIA, with like 10 kilobits per second, 10,000 kilobits per second bit rate for the first stream, and 15,000 for the second one. Today I'm using H264, which is also hardware supported by NVIDIA, with a bit rate of 12,000 kilobits per second. Technically this should be worse quality video, but it is also expected for YouTube to bypass that video straight to the viewer without like extra processing, because that's the decoder that YouTube is using in general for the videos, as far as I'm concerned, and it's like better supported by various platforms that viewers can use. Yeah, and because of that there might be some quality bonuses, but mostly like the obvious benefit should be the delay between me doing something and you seeing it. Although I don't think this is super important for this kind of content. I do want to experiment with it. In the meantime, I was not checking the... I will go with Kaya right now, because I need still 3 items to get the Honda, and in the meantime I would benefit more from Kaya's damage than from upgrading Crystallis. Okay, let's check our numbers here. So we're at minute 7 and we are supposed to be at 1180. I am exactly not exactly, but a little bit more than 100,000 points behind. I will proceed with this plan because having a game at around 2560 recorded and able to analyze in the future will benefit for the data I'm collecting. But this is clearly not the game, not the best game you can have in this patch. Yeah, also I don't think I will be behind the expected score by a single 100,000 points because of the snowballing effect, which is occurring from mostly from leveling up, but I think, yeah, my level should be on par with most other games that will have almost 1.1 million at minute 7. So yeah, this game right now is mostly collecting data and slight attempt at hitting the new personal record. Previous one after the nerf of Magic Missile was at 2549, and this game I expect might beat it by like 10,000 or so. Yeah, no huge improvements are expected, but the data might be valuable. At minute 9 I'm supposed to have 1.6 million, right? And I'm super behind now. Yeah, that's basically the snowballing effect that I described before. 200k almost? Yeah, let's see. And it's still not done, didn't end. So this is the last boss. I might walk it up the corridor. There are no like big number waves expected at this point, and there is magnet inside the corridor, which I really want to pick up. I want to go for the magnet that was recently dropped on the bottom side. This will be just the waste of the time. I went for World Chasm here 2 times, effectively using the item as reroll for other 2. This will prevent me most probably from having Trident before minute 10, where the pretty important wave starts. That would grant you a lot of points. But if I would use rerolls there, I might not get Trident at all. So here is this 10-minute wave, the one you can make 320k points in Echelon 8, even after the Magic Missile nerf. Oh, actually, what's the bonus damage? 58. So it was around 50, even though I didn't use the second mini-boss for it. At minute 10. It was 50 at minute 10. So at minute 11, I'm expecting 2.1 million points, which I probably won't have right now. I'm not going to pick up this magnet, hopefully. I will leave it for the last moment before transition to Imperia, unless I will manage to get another magnet before that. I will go with the experience book, as the Bag of Gold ability was fixed, so it grants gold now. Previously it wasn't. I don't need gold, but I'm not sure. I just expect that fix to also possibly fix the points granted for this ability. It might not work like that, I'm not sure. But there is not much you can do with other two items. Sorry? So we are at 2055. Okay, there was a jump in 6000 after I picked it. Let's check if it will be repeated. Yeah, so yeah, okay. It seems like for the bag of gold you got 6000 points. 94. Okay, so now I am like 99% sure this is how it works. 8 should be 114 now. Nope, it didn't work this time. 120, 126. Okay, that was a weird coincidence in previous pickups. Maybe... Oh, okay, I've heard from someone in comments that you got rewards for the first 6 of them or so. Maybe that was the case in here. I might check it later in the... how is it called? Give me a few seconds. It might not be for like first 6 of them. It might be like 9 or any other random number. But that might be the case basically. I might check it in the replay later. I won't be doing it on the stream because I will lose viewers. It doesn't seem like viewers like analysis. And yeah, I can see why. Oh god, she's melting. Skeletons, that's great. That's honestly great. We'll try to stay here. And then I will move bottom. So Imperia will follow me and kinda hopefully avoid the bounces. That didn't work. The next wave I will try to use my Aegis. Short after she will use the... Yep, that worked out alright. Okay, these are not the best spawn. I entered here with like 2400s. 2.4 million, right? Okay, that was not the best run, but it might serve just fine for the data. Now there will be a row of restarts because of this. That was fast because of the chests, but these chests are fine. It doesn't mean I won't restart this game. I most probably will. Most of the games are being restarted, even when chests are helpfully located. Welcome to the stream, 3D Monster. Basically, Vengeful Spirits Scepter is not good to pick. This is third best, at least third. It's in top 2 best Scepters in the game. I'm pretty sure about that. But from few games I had, it looked like getting Chain Frost as the second Scepter instead of the Magic Missile was more beneficial for the final score. And even though I thought that there will be a huge snowball effect for picking Magic Missile again from the second mini-boss, I didn't saw that in practice. So I had few runs where I picked Magic Missile as the second Aghanim. I upgraded Magic Missile with the second Aghanim from second mini-boss, and I had around 45 extra damage at minute 9 or around there. And I had few runs where I picked Chain Frost as the second Aghanim, and Magic Missile Aghanim was granting, like again, around 45 damage at minute 9 again. So, even though in theory it sounds like picking up Magic Missile Aghanim earlier should help to gain more points, in practice it wasn't like that for me. Obviously I don't have like tons of data, these are just few my runs, but yeah, I don't have anything else. I have to build my assumption on what I have, even though it's not the best data. The pointing finger up. Welcome to the stream. I'm still not be able to read your nickname. 2.31 million is the best record. There's no record. No more better score. Yeah, I did hit few games around that values, like 2.3. My previous game was, I believe, at like 2.4 or something on the stream, I mean. So it is possible, but yeah, those are rare occasions. I had no super good games in the last few days that I was trying. Oh, yeah, it might picking Magic Missile as the first Scepter could have made some sense before. The nerf, but it doesn't right now at all. Like, I feel like, again, previously previously you would make a third scepter for whatever skill. Right now it makes sense to take Magic Missile, as the skill is pretty good on its own, and Aghanim does boost it like by 30 to 60%, depends on timing in the game and amount of last hits made with it. But yeah, it doesn't feel that it makes sense to pick Magic Missile Aghanim even as a first Aghanim in the game. Okay, I will try to walk past it. I don't think I will manage to, yeah, but yeah, I need to get into that good position for skeleton killing. I moved a little bit backwards, so one of the Mortimer kisses will fly backward, where part of the skeletons are spawning. That seemed to work out just fine. Got super lucky with the first boss, but we will see how this will influence the points that I will get before minute 5. Not super lucky with the items, and again, picking up that previous chest was rather unfortunate. I might have spent more time trying to avoid it, but from my practice, like losing the position like even a few seconds before wave 4 could be like a huge loss. It's like it's not worth getting one extra item and losing minute 4 wave for it. It's not the most important wave in the game for the strategies I use, but it is definitely the second most important one, or fourth most important. I didn't know at which score I was at minute 5, but considering that I'm now at 800, this run looks pretty good as well. Yeah, I can't pick up the Apex there because it will lock me out of Handa. I'm not going to have early Handa in this game, but I want it in general. This ball boss is the easiest. Yes, I will have to agree with that. It's super pleasant boss. I call it a meatball, although it's mostly created from skeletons, so maybe not the most accurate name. But you know, I'm proud of this name, as Trump is proud of many other words he invented. That might be too edgy. Okay, I hope the boss will appear on the top. It didn't. Now I will have to run across the map, which will be rather sad. At minute 6 I was expected to have 940 points, which I probably had, to be honest. But I will lose points before minute 7 for sure. There were a few magnets that spawned very well. And I have something prepared for cases like this. Give me a second.
Yeah, bitch! Magnets! Oh!
That was suggested for one of the viewers. So, yeah. I hope they will appreciate it. And boop boop. Yeah, Granite Stone. To be honest, I don't know. I do change my opinion of Granite Stone and that another like Warlock Golem or whatever it's called. They sometimes feels the same. Sometimes I really don't like. Sometimes Granite Golem, like, I don't know, it might turn super unlucky. It's not always that bad, but sometimes it's like awful. You can't kill it even after minute 6. Like you need to wait for another boss to spawn before you can kill it. But at other times it's just fine. No one cares. Yeah, the first 2 bosses were amazing in this run. Oh, Phylacteria, okay. This won't be the early Handa, but at least it will be Handa. Handa! Give me a sec. I'm expecting almost 15 million at minute 8. Let's see how much of that we would be able to actually gather. Have you ever accidentally run into the Reaper? Just curious. I am doing it often, honestly. In one of my like 1.8 million first videos from the early January, I have basically record where I have a video where I set like a personal record, which is somewhat decent for those times, I hope, where I basically ran into the Reaper, proceeded the game, and it was fine. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm somewhat old, let's say. I'm not always super focused on the game. And sometimes I'm seeing Reaper coming at me behind, like, how's it called, the column or something like that. And yeah, I don't see it till I die. Sometimes I'm just watching to the other monitor. I'm looking at the other monitor, and when I'm back, I'm dead. And again, depends on the wave you run into Reaper. It could be super bad, like if it's like a big number wave and you're supposed to kill a lot of mobs, and you're like wasting 3 to 4 seconds. Because, not only because you're like dead and all projectile damage is done, but also the fact that the enemies, they run from you, and when you resurrect, you in the middle of empty screen, and you have to wait a few seconds for them to reach you, for enemies to reach you, or you reaching enemies, which is super bad for like big number waves where you're supposed to get like a big portion, like a significant portion of your points. And if it's happening while you're like walking towards the next boss through the entirety of the map, that is less problematic. Okay, so I had like 50 bonus damage, almost at minute 10 from the third boss. So yeah, like these are the numbers I would normally expect from Magic Missile Aghanim anyway, even if I picked the second one. So yeah, through the last 2 games I'm basically confirming, last 2 successful games, more or less successful. I'm confirming that feeling that I got over past few days, that Chain Frost being better immediate damage boost is better as the second Aghanim than Magic Missile, as that one is rather a potential improvement over time and not immediate bonus. Oh, by the way, I wanted to create like oh, it's called. I will reroll this, and this is also 2 skill rerolls, leveling up Arcane Bolt. Oh, by the way, I added the FPS counter on the top left. This is why I basically discovered yesterday that UI frame limitation also applies to Nest of Thorns. Okay, and I will have to go with Annihilation. That is rather unfortunate. If I force to go with it, I would rather have it at that minute 10 wave. Guy Day, welcome to the stream. I see 28 watching, but only 2 likes under the stream. Is this a bug? Yeah, I hope so. Probably some problem with YouTube, where not all the viewers liked the video. Thank you for that. Thank you for subscription, 3D Monster, and thank you for the best wishes as well. Oh no! 0.2 seconds, and I will reset that again. Okay, let's at least try to not pick up the chest on the bottom. I wonder if I will have another Roshan in this game. To be honest, I don't want to. Or we will see. I'm like annihilation level 8 now, right? Okay, I will go pick up that chest right after the next level up. And position myself closer to the magnet on the top. After that. Welcome to the stream, Skid D2K. Hey man, thanks for all the tips during the event. Sure. I enjoyed the game a lot. I played many other games similar to this one in the past. And yeah, I was happy to get somewhat successful in it, and I was more happy to share that success with others. It's really, when I was young, I was inspired by the phrase that usefulness of the person is defined by how helpful the person is, how easier the life, enjoyment of life is basically also part of the life, how easier the life of other people's they make. So hearing that I helped somebody with something is like always important for me. At work, in games, anything. So yeah, that's very cool to hear. Could be new record this game. Oh yeah. I didn't notice it. This will be record. I was reading chat. 2600 is a lot for getting to Imperia. I don't know. I played for several days today. This is in the last like few days, and I wasn't lucky to get to like even 2.5 millions. So this is magic of the stream basically. Maybe someone from WoW is watching this. I believe I wasn't dying yet, so I will do it now. Yeah, thank God. By the way, from my humble testing, it seems like Aegis is bugged again, because like yesterday or the day before that, I have run into Imperia for the second time. I obviously died, and that was the end of the game, unfortunately. Yeah, I was preparing. There was another magnet, or the one that I picked up like 5 seconds before the end of the game? Yeah, good luck with your day, Skid D2K. Ciao. Bug again? Which bug? Oh, yeah. So they fixed the double resurrection from Aegis. I was actually curious. Aghanim Annihilation also gives you the additional resurrection, but it wasn't working before the patch. And when they fixed Aegis, I was wondering if the Annihilation also works. It's not a concern right now, but just curiosity. Give me a second, I will interrupt the recording, not the stream, and I will also save the name of that file so I can know that it was 2.6 like 19 or something. Don't remember. Please don't make 3 millions. I'm pretty confident that like maximum. Okay, maybe after this run I'm not that confident. But my predictions over the last few days were that it's the maximum right now is 2.7. This run was far from ideal in my opinion. Even though the first bosses were pretty easy, I ran across the map for the second boss, and then I ran across the map for the third boss. So yeah, if I make 2.6 with that run, the maximum might be 2.8 or so. I don't know. But yeah, I really doubt it's 3 millions. Although again, as I said before, 3 millions would be fun to have as the new record. Seems like Annihilation is over the Laguna. Um, I... Oof. So, how to put it? In, like, after the patch, in Echelon 8, I had a feeling in many games you can get, like, really... You get earlier level ups, and thanks to that you can kill Russians way faster. And thanks to that, you can get the items way faster. And in several games, I had attacks at like before minute 10. Annihilation is performing well because you level it up and basically like effectively resetting the cooldown. But if you get Annihilation so early, doing like 8 resets, and then like spending 2 minutes with no impact from it, it shouldn't be performing that well. I'm out of rerolls, so I'm restarting. Yeah, so I had feeling that with this patch the Laguna value should rise, and that's what I will stick to for now. But yeah, depending on the situation, Annihilation might still work just okay. I don't think in the last game it was the case, but it might have been. I'm not sure. I got Annihilation pretty late into the game. Yeah, now I'm trying to start the game with Vengeful Spirit, like every game, because if in the past I could take Phylactery and start killing skeletons with the Arcane Bolt, in Echelon 8, Phylactery doesn't make Arcane Bolt killing skeletons from the first hit. It still requires 2 hits to land. So the only viable strategy to not get super behind in the first minute is to get Magic Missile on the first or at least second skill. But again, waiting for the second skill with something that is like really ineffective, and like most of the skills are super ineffective before minute 1, where at least Mortimer can do something because there is like decent way of the skeletons, you are like falling behind. And yeah, because of that logic, I am trying to restart the games where I don't have Magic Missile as the first skill, basically. Let me catch up on the 2.615. Okay, cool. I will rename it, thanks to you. I will restart this game anyway. So 2.615. Cool, thank you. I think 2.8 is kind of max you can get unless there will be some crazy bugged strat hidden out there. I don't think there is anything crazy performant hidden in the game at this point. I hope there will be happening something like this in the next patch, if it will happen. Which I expect to happen, as the time Valve already invested in the game can only indicate that they will invest more. I tried physical build, but it's not really good. Yep, well, the main problem, in my opinion, with physical build, it is good. Physical build is good for, like, when you don't have all the upgrades. It's like, it's built around survivability rather than effective killing. And again, like, ideally you would like to kill enemies the moment they have spawned, and they spawn outside of the screen. And if you have like melee abilities only, you wait for every enemy to come close to you, and then you can kill them, which is super inefficient. It might look awesome that, like, you swipe the, like, I don't know, 50 skeletons with a single axe spin, but those skeletons, they went a long way to get to you. And, like, from my knowledge of game development, and from what I can also see from practice in this game, it seems like every minute there is a limit to monsters, to limit per type of monsters that can be present at the same time on the screen. So basically, there won't be more 50 skeletons until you kill previous 50, if that makes sense. So yeah, maybe theoretically axe spin can kill more skeletons at once or even per second, but there won't be extra skeletons thanks to that. Every skeleton will walk a really long distance and will block all other skeletons from spawning. Welcome to the stream, Dmitry Dakhnovsky. Did you try Laguna instead of Kisses? I had few runs where I was prioritizing, because it happened like that, I was prioritizing basically Magic Missile over Mortimer, and if it happened like that, I would not pick Mortimer Kisses, because having Mortimer Kisses as the second priority skill doesn't make much sense to me. And I never finished those runs, unfortunately, and yeah, Laguna Blade would be the best pick in there. Yeah, I didn't finish those runs because they were rather either unlucky or did not yield enough points at certain moments. Welcome to the stream, AY. From other hand, you got more creeps to kill on Echelon 8 with Annihilation, but you need to try hard picking it up. Yeah, there is a huge wave at minute 10, which will utilize like all 250 targets, I believe, or even more than 250 that Annihilation can theoretically hit. But after 10:45 and like straight to, I don't know, 11:45 for the whole minute, the amount of mobs is significantly low. So with all the potential power of Annihilation, you won't hit more than like 50, maybe 100 monsters. It is more than it was in Echelon 7, yes. But the question is it enough to be significant? Yeah, again, I don't think that either Annihilation or Laguna Blade can bring more than, I don't know, like maximum 10% like even 5% points, to be honest, in the last moments from like entire of the match. And if one of them does 4% and another 5, and like again, it is rather okay. I should have left that chest laying on the ground. If one of them brings like 4% and another like 5%, knowing that, even having that knowledge, would be like almost no use, because it's like highly unlikely you will run into the game where the last skill you will be picking would be Annihilation or Laguna. So they are like in comparison to like entirety of the match, they are both decent, and one is like not superior to another in my opinion, and from the anecdotal data I have. So yeah, this is no concern right now to me, at least. High score means good randomness and heavy time. You need good randomness, that's for sure, good luck, but like you need to be prepared for that good luck. You need to know what good luck means. And yeah, again, if you don't know how the game works, you have some wrong data about what works and what doesn't. You can have very lucky run. You might not recognize that it's lucky because your data is wrong or something like that. And then you might simply not follow that luck and lose it. Hello Plon, welcome to the stream. I wish they removed random so you could select skills, item, boss spawn. Yeah, that could be like a separate mode, I would say. Oh, I had no specialist array all this time. Okay, I'm like still... So at minute 6 I should be 940. I don't think this is the run where I will have it. I just noticed that I had no specialist array. This doesn't seem like something worse to be proceeded. Hi Anatoly Lyut. I've got 1.533 after North Winch. Have a nice stream. That's great score. Well done. Sorry. I would love for people to start recording their results, and I don't mean like a video or something, but like at least some key moments from the game, like amount of points they had at minute 3, minute 6. That would be super helpful if you are into that kind of stuff, obviously. I would love to take that and add it to my tables. Random just forces you to do the same thing with extra steps. What's the point? Well, I understand what you mean. It makes sense. But this is the base of roguelike or roguelite games. You have runs that are different from other runs. And the thing is that like all this data that I am collecting, it's collected from random events, from random runs. And if everything would be the same, this data and understanding of the game would be easier to get. So this randomness brings some of the joy. I do think this randomness also brings the complication, which is not available anymore for most of us who are following the game very closely. But yeah, it wouldn't be that fun if randomness wouldn't be there in the first place. So yeah, I see how it's frustrating right now, but it was fun to have randomness before we got here. If we got here with ease, it wouldn't be a fun game, in my opinion. I might be wrong. Also, there is element that I have to mention and accept is gambling, basically. You're not gambling with your money, you are gambling with your time. And having a lucky run is like doom scrolling through social networks. You anticipate something good, and sometimes you receive it. But even anticipation of success or anticipation of something pleasant produces some good feelings as well. So yeah, this is not the bright part of the randomness, but it's the driver for sure. Yeah, unnecessary time costs is the thing. That's completely true. I'm not arguing what you're saying. I'm saying that we won't be here. I feel like we won't be here if it wouldn't be random in the first place. That's the thing. We wouldn't get hooked to this game otherwise. Yeah, Anatoly, feel free to find me on Steam and add me. I have kept my friend list pretty empty through my lifetime for various reasons. But as I became a YouTuber, even though somewhat small YouTuber, I see how that might benefit me to hit more people, and also I see why it would be fun to have more friends in the list. Chain Frost or Magic Missile Scepter first. From limited amount of... No, I picked up the chest. From limited amount of runs I had. It seems like Frost Chain gives more... results in more points in the end of the game. So I had feeling that Magic Missile might produce more value over the time thanks to the snowballing effect. You get more damage, you lost hit more creeps, you get more damage, but from the runs I had, it doesn't seem like that is the case. It might be unfortunate for my expectations, but one thing is expecting something, and absolutely different thing is to not look in the results of the experiments and data. That would be not smart to do. Kaya, first level of Kaya allows Mortimer to one-shot skeletons at level 7 instead of waiting for level 9. That is a good piece of information. I didn't knew that, I wasn't paying attention to that. The thing is that yeah, again, I'm having 8 items already, and I would pick up Kaya earlier if I had chance, unless I have to trade like Specialist Ray. But again, it definitely shouldn't come as the reason to not level up Mortimer to level 9, because level 9 reduces the... So every level up, there is a reduction to cooldown, every second one in Mortimer case, and it's linear. But the thing is, as cooldown goes slower, the linear decrease of that cooldown becomes greater percentage-wise. How many? I need one more chest. Okay, so I can have phylactery from the next chest, right? So I will take the... I was considering taking Yasha to run faster, but in theory I might have this Honda from the next chest. So I will exercise that chance of having... God, I need another chest anyway. I have 3 items maxed, so I will definitely have an opportunity from the next chest to max phylactery and finish this Honda. So I will get this World of Chasm pickup radius item. I will anticipate boss to be here, and if it's not, I will run to the center of the map to the next boss. Yep. Track level 1 is enough. Yeah, for a long time I was pretty sure that leveling up track to level 8 was super beneficial, even before Chain Frost. Unfortunately, it seemed like in the last days of repatch, it seemed like a wrong sentiment. I'm still not sure if that was the case or not, because I had like really a lot of data supporting that sentiment that Bounty Hunter, leveling up Bounty Hunter basically increases the targets per second of that Bounty Hunter, and that's supposed to grant more gold drops, and that's supposed to grant points, and it was overweighting the level ups, the investment into Chain Frost, and points you can get from that investment. But again, in the last, like, I don't know, week before the patch, I felt like Chain Frost was better. Don't know, maybe because I changed how I played, maybe my previous data wasn't sufficient regarding the bounty, but yeah, it is what it is now, and with Echelon 8, Chain Frost is clearly the winner. And we need bounty basically for Aghanim for double items. Welcome to the stream, Chender Sheet. As not native, I have a bad feeling of differences between pronunciation of 2 similar words, one of which is cheat with the long E. Like, no offense, I mean no offense, but yeah, there is complication around that word for me, and I really don't want to mess up. Base case scenario is obviously maxing Mortimer up, escalating speed, blah blah blah. Yep, that is true. Frost Chain should be more powerful when enemies got more HP. Yeah, Frost Chain is definitely super effective as the HP of monsters grow up. But again, like, Chain Frost and Magic Missile are extremely similar skills. In practice, they differ with the fact that Magic Missile is more effective on low HP monsters because there is no like overkill damage, And Chain Frost is not, because it has less projectiles per second, but each projectile has way more damage, basically. Yeah, picking up cheese should grant you also like 70 points or 80 points at Echelon 8. Oh god, did I kill... I killed the boss here, and the next one will be in the center, right? Yeah. Yeah. And this is a good run, and I'm like... chatting. Yeah, but also this is why I'm streaming, to chat, to interact with the chat. So I won't consider this a loss, honestly. I have killed the... whatever is it, like Russian? Picking up the item right now is like not crucial. It's more important to start Russian killing timer. Unfortunately, I don't get the... Okay, I will move top now for minute 10 wave. God, I'm suffocating for some reason. Like, not in a dangerous way, but... You know, since pandemic I am not used to talk so much. And now I have to. You're forcing me. It's by no means my decision. You're just forcing me to talk. I hate Last Boss Center. Yeah, I don't have feeling about that. Feelings. I do prefer to go like in a circle with the bosses, obviously, finishing the last boss on the side. But to be honest, I would prefer the first boss to be in the middle, because second boss at minute 6 in the middle means that you will run to this like side boss pocket through minutes 6 to 7. There is this 45 seconds wave of ogres, which are not the most important wave through the game, but it is like decent wave with decent importance. Apex! Laguna! Yay! I'm coming for you, 2.7 million. Did I do it? At minute 11 we supposed to have 2100, 2.1 million. And I won't have that. But it still can be a decent run. Okay, I have a magnet on the top. I will leave it there for the last moment again and try to spawn another one somewhere near the entrance to this area. Robin Gustling, my best run pre-archive was just ignoring the third boss, center, and chill at second boss instead. That is a valid strategy. Third Aghanim was pretty meh in the past. I got the magnet. If you will actually scroll back a little bit, you will see that I didn't notice it on the screen, but I noticed it on the map, on the mini-map, and it was moving towards me. That is a trick that I mentioned on the previous streams, but basically if you have two magnets super close one to another, you can focus on minimap, you can watch at the minimap moving in small iteration towards the magnets, and when one of them will start moving, you can turn around to not pick up the second one. That is the thing you won't use often, but from time to time I'm using that feature. Also, it would be cool if Valve will fix that and you will see it on the main game's screen, that magnet started that magnet was like in fact picked up and started moving towards you, it would be super helpful. But I appreciate this feature nevertheless. This is a fun thing to note and fun thing to use as well. Maybe getting more cheese could get you higher score. Again, here's the thing. I believe that like actions that grant you points, they grant you always the same amount of points. For Echelon 8, it's 80. I might be wrong, there might be some actions that grant you more points. But the thing is, like, even if cheese grants you 210 points, like, the amount of cheese you can theoretically grab through the game is so much lower than all the XP, all the killing you are doing. Okay, I picked up magnet by accident. That it's like, it doesn't seem like a right thing to focus on, because it will grant you like really low amount of points comparing to other things that are happening. Okay, I will finish this game pretty fast. I'm super behind the points target for this time. I will also practice a good timing for dying. Summon the monsters, yeah! Okay, we'll stay here because I don't believe I can avoid triggering the second phase of the Imperia. But if I stay here, I at least might do some extra skeletons. Come to this side! Yeah, she did avoid some of the projectile bounces, which was my intention. And I will try to repeat that with these. Oh no, she's dying too fast. Okay, cool. That was a good practice, even though I didn't score high score here. Okay, let me catch up on chat and drink. Yep, I also tried Mortimer Kisses with Aghanim in Echelon 7, and again, it might be working if you get it before. It might be more efficient if you get it before a wave of skeletons at 400 mark, but that would be the trade for a lot of good items that will also delay the Chain Frost Aghanim, and like with 3 useful Aghanim, like it would be incredible to make Mortimer Kisses Aghanim effective. So yeah, and the same goes for cheese basically. It's hard to imagine cheese influencing your points by a lot, but yeah, in general, no point is like something bad. So whenever I see that there is a cheese in the area that I'm going to leave for like final minutes, or because like next bosses will be in other side of the map, I'm trying to get some damage through either meteors or enemies and pick up the cheese. Can you hear me? Okay, cool. Woo! I thought I muted the microphone and now nobody hears me. Will you even be able to loot everything? Definitely. The like cheese and Mortimer, they don't form the cube. So if you lack 1 HP, and there are 75 Mortimers or cheeses or like 150 of both of them, you will consume all of them at once. So yeah, picking up those is not a problem at all. I would prefer the queue mechanic. So you would like basically ram into the enemies unstoppable, restoring like 1000 HPs, but that doesn't sound right either. So I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is, and it's not something I feel worth spending time on or focus on. I prioritize Magic Missile as the first spell because this is the, like with Echelon 8 after upgrade, this is the only decent spell that is like, this is the best skill, this is the best skill to farm monster before minute 1. It's like twice better than all other skills combined. Like at minute 1, Mortimer Kisses become somewhat decent because first, like, tiny waves of skeleton appears, like groups of skeletons, but before minute 1, they are super far one from another. Truck is absolutely useless, as well as is it called Arcane Bolt from Sky Mage? It's like from the perspective of killing and gaining experience. Leech Chain Frost is fine, but it's super rare to trigger, and if it went wrong direction or like disappeared for some reason or hit the wall, hit the ghost, anything, like it's like you're done. And Vengeful Spirit is the only spell that is efficient and like it has low cooldown, so if it failed for some reason, you will recuperate the, like you will gain the farming speed pretty fast again. So yeah, like in Echelon 8, this is a must skill. In Echelon 7, you could have I kinda wanna go Apex, but I have 5 rerolls left. Victory is fine choice just for the future Honda. So yeah, with Echelon 7, with Echelon 8, okay, with Echelon 8, Vengeful Spirit seems like the only way you can spend first minute decently, and it makes sense to not play the game if your first minute is absolute crap. And obviously it's everything is like comparative, and again, like in the runs I had with Magic Missile, I was getting twice more experience than in the runs without, like when I picked Magic Missile as the last item, as the last skill. And like losing a level or two because you didn't get Magic Missile is super bad. Like you just compare one start to another, and in one start you have one more level or even two, and like all the other starts basically are dimming in comparison to that optimal one. And previously in Echelon 8, 7, previously, before patch, and I think right now as well, you could have simply used Phylactery, and thanks to that Phylactery, the track would get like a chance to one-hit the skeleton, and Arcane Bolt were getting 100% chance to one-shot the skeleton. So, like, having Phylactery and not having Magic Missile was making the run basically equal. I really want to get Apex now. This is insane for many reasons, but I really want it. I will go Apex, I don't know. I just want to try that. Welcome to the stream, X. Is there any kind of trick to where the Mortimer lands? So you see there is a column here where I am right now, and there is another column here. I like to time the start firing of Mortimer when I'm near one column and move to another. Like if I'm in the middle of it, I'm trying to like do 360 during the spell fire, so I need 1 here, 2 here, which is 3, and 4 will be the Honda. So yeah, I will go for this. But yeah, the idea is if the projectile goes the way that you are running right now, I would recommend to turn 180 and start running other direction. You can practice this running between columns to like have a grasp of how the Mortimer works. But again, ideally, yeah, 1 second. When you fire in Mortimers from here, it can fly towards this. Okay, you don't see my mouse, right? Yeah, I don't see it either. So it like goes opposite direction, but still inside the corridor. It's like in a radius, which is like often lands very efficiently. But yeah, again, the idea with Mortimer is that you are walking towards some direction, and if projectile flies towards it, you turn around and walk other way around. So it will land on the outskirts of the screen. Somewhere in there, there is a spawn line, so the furthest line where the spawn can happen. And if Mortimer lands near it, there is this effect which I showed in a short video of how to use Mortimer or whatever, where it can kill the skeleton back. In this same place, new skeletons will appear, and Mortimer will insta-kill them again, forcing another wave of skeletons to appear and killing them again. And ideally, that can happen like 5 times. Exactly the amount of pulsation that Mortimer does, and that is like super efficient. And basically, if you will do this, you can theoretically do this twice through the firing phase of the Mortimer, which is like firing one way, turning around, and while it's firing, moving, and then when the last one is like flying towards the other side of the map, you turn around again. You can like execute this effect like multiple times. But again, you kinda can expect Mortimer to land super far on the monsters, where there is no other Mortimer yet. It feels like Mortimer tries to land in the area that is not covered by other Mortimer. But it's not always happening, and you need to like get get a feel of how it behaves. So yeah, just practice. You can use this like easy trick that I described within 2 columns in the corner. That is pretty efficient if you're like not paying attention to where it's flying, or you like sometimes I'm like losing the grasp, losing the feeling of what should happen from Mortimer, and then I just like turn off my brain and do this like running between 2 columns, which isn't like often effective enough. Oh god, that was a long speech for a short question, I feel like. Welcome to the stream, Pieter Hamidi. I hope I didn't butcher your name. It looks Slavic, but it might not be. Let me get a level up, and then I will read some messages with natural pose in the game. Or item. Using Snotty and freeing up an item slot, for example. There is no problem with item slots. You have 4 super important items, which is Array, OC, Trident, and Handa, and then you have 2 slots, and there is no many items you can put in them. One is the pickup radius, and another one is the apex for the 6 skill. And taking Snotty instead of 5 skills is like super bad. Like the 5 skills I'm using are the best in the game, and sacrificing the 6 skill for Snotty, it doesn't make much sense to me either right now. I had tried in the past to get Snotty as the 6th skill. It is fine if other options are like Centaur skill or like some physical skill or whatever. But otherwise I would prefer the damage skill as the 6th skill over Snotty. Awesome tips, thank for it. You're welcome, Ali. Welcome to the stream again. Robin Castlin. Oh god, did I run? No, I didn't run into the monster, into the death. It's nice starting with magic missile though, but there isn't really an ideal item to replace Chasm with either. Yep. Welcome to the stream, Battle Hamster. Have you tried Frostbite 6? I just had a relatively doomed run, took Frostbite and noticed the minute 13 mob dying like flies. Oh, well, I have feeling that level, the minute 10 or 13 mobs are dying like flies in Echelon 8. It's like with or without Frostbite. I had a lot of practice, I had a lot of experience with Frostbite in Echelon 7 before the patch. The experience was rather negative than positive. I have feeling that the problem is... Give me a second. The problem is with the fact that Frostbite freezes the enemies in place, and when most of your screen is empty, it freezes enemies far from you, like behind you, for example. And that serves a negative result because you want them to come closer to you so you can kill them faster. It might be some other reasons, and again, my data might be wrong. It's somewhat anecdotal data. And I also tried Frostbite with Aghanim in the Echelon 7, and it seems like Aghanim should be super efficient on Frostbite in a wave like this, where you have a lot of creeps on the screen, and you freeze them, you kill them faster, you freeze everyone around you, you kill them faster. So yeah, it didn't work like that. Okay, now I will demonstrate you how the magnet is working. Magnet pickup thanks to the minimap works. There are 2 magnets on the top of me, and I will pick one of them, and I won't pick up another one. Look at this. So when it starts moving on the minimap, I will walk away. You've seen this first here. This is the first time I actually showed it on the stream. Like, prior, I mean, showing after that I announced how it's working. XP book. Yeah, I do pick up XP book as the last item if it's not Apex and if it's not how do you call it, Chasm. But okay, last time, yeah, it seems like few bag of golds grant you 6,000 points. Maybe it's wrong. But after some time, Bag of Gold stopped providing any extra points, it looks like. And like super over leveling doesn't do much. Picking up experience book early might be more beneficial in Echelon 8 than it was in Echelon 7. Because of the amount of... Oh god, I have 3 magnets. I will be picking them up from time to time. Because in Echelon 8 you get a higher amount of experience, so multiplying that experience will be basically... The more experience you get, the more it will result in like extra experience. So it might be more beneficial now, but in Echelon 7 you basically sacrifice the World Chasm or Apex early in the game, which is detrimental from the runs I had from the data I collected. And yeah, it never worked for me. I don't know. Welcome to the stream again, Pandria Rocketobi. Yeah, Secret Magnus. It's the thing. There is a Secret Santa event and Secret Magnus event. Hello from Madagascar. Hello, hello. Welcome back to the stream. Oh god, oh god. I wanna get to that another magnet. Please, let me in! Let me in! Okay, okay, we will go. Let me in! Okay, I have enough time actually. I don't need to find it. But I might die here as well. Whoop! Awesome. Give me a sec, I have something prepared for this.
Bitch! Magnets! Oh!
Oh god, this is super bad round. Sorry, I am not going to finish it. Okay, more restarts. I was talking for too much during this run. I should have paid more attention to the points. I think I should have restarted it way earlier. Okay, I have a question. How many likes do this stream has right now? For some reason, YouTube dashboard doesn't tell me that information, but I can see that there are 42 people watching it. Is it more than 42 likes or less? I'm not saying anything, but you know, if you're watching this stream, you might like it as well. Ten likes, come on guys. And by guys I mean group of people that are watching this stream. I know you can do better. Hello from India, hello, hello. Hello from Poland. On my side, I mean I'm from Poland. So my Polish hello to you, which is for current time of the day would be Dzień dobry. Okay. Hello my boy, how are you doing? Welcome Hazim Yasin. Welcome to the stream. Doing great. This is pretty active stream. I don't need to talk to camera. or describing what is happening in the game, like it's a radio stream and not a video. Also, hello FRG. The new year from Poland, now my respect for you already increased. I am streaming from Poland and I'm living for the last like 11 years? 14, 15, yeah, like almost 11. No, 10 years. It will be 11 in the end of this year in Poland, but I was born in Ukraine. Oh, that was an accident reroll. We still have enough rerolls to go forward, but... Yep. How am I going? So there it is. Yeah, by the way, if I ignored any of questions that you wanted me to answer, feel free to basically at me, which is at Pilgrim Stream, and I will answer that. Also, I forget that I'm supposed to roll Vengeful Spirit as the first skill. Okay, I need to refocus on the game because stream is going good in my opinion, but this game went really poorly. What's the benchmark to hit in Echelon 8 nowadays? Earlier in this stream I had like 2.615. Okay, we'll restart this. I am really behind the point marks, the level marks. Sorry. So yeah, the benchmark probably is the maximum amount of points is definitely more than 2.7, and it might be 2.8. That's my best guesstimate so far. Robin Castlin, I'm so happy Imperia doesn't give score since my best run. I died trying to extend boss spawn window by dying a second time. Yeah, Aegis is not working again. That is rather unfortunate. I have heard that from these comments in the stream, and I tested it and it was rather unfortunate. Again, even in the first day when it was fixed, I had like this 2.6 million run before the magic missile nerf, and I didn't use my second Aegis because, like, if my run is super good, I would rather finish it safely than check if the fix from Valve is 100% working or just 99% one. Because, like, there were no ever problems with the first Aegis, so it's pretty safe to utilize that one. But second one is like, sometimes it works, others it doesn't. Yeah, I'm not going to sacrifice a successful run. Hopefully, I mean, and by successful run, I mean like run where I will set a new record or something like that. Personal record, obviously. Even after the Venge nerf. Before the Venge nerf, the limit was almost certainly around 3 millions. After the nerf, it went down, but yeah, from the practice of the last few days, I think it's not 2.7, but rather 2.8. Do you think at some point they will add this minigame to Dota 2, like arcade or a new tab for it? I'm not super familiar with how this is working. with how they proceed with the games like this. Um, I was playing Dota when it just appeared in World of Warcraft, and I believe I didn't play Dota since like 2016 for almost 5 years. So, and like in the last 3 or 4 years, I'm playing it like from time to time. So I'm not holding track of everything that is happening with it. I was having a lot of fun playing the Underlords game, which is like auto chess from Dota. And I believe there was a custom game created by non-Valve person in Dota, and their like Valve version of the auto chess immediately appeared as a third-party game. Considering that we had updates for Nest of Thorns, and the fact that Valve has like open rules for employees to work on whatever they believe in, there might be a standalone version of this game in the future, just because somebody will feel like it's worth to release a separate game for it. But yeah, I hope for that. I believe that might happen, but I wouldn't bet my house on that, you know, or my car. Or my pets, like most of them. Like I wouldn't bet my cats on it, but tortoise, yeah, I can bet tortoise on that for sure. I don't like it in the first place, and I'm joking. For everyone who likes animals, I also like animals, but turtle is not my favorite. That's all I'm saying. Okay, there is a lot of newcomers in chat. One. I'm just bad at reading chat. Welcome to the stream again in Nguyen. I hope, yeah, I believe this is the way I read that nickname the first time, and I hope I'm still not butchering it. Let me hit the level up, and I will read some messages. Ooh, I hope I'm not gonna die here. Do I reroll the last time? Yes, I do. God, I hit the level up and I ignored reading chat. That's the level of streamer I am at right now. I am super sorry. Should be able to read the chat while I'm running here, right? Just set my new record, 2.459. That's a great record. Well done. Again, if you're looking for more, I highly recommend like making a copy of one of my sheets. You should be able to find it under like, oh god, some videos. I should share it in more available. Okay, I'm restarting this. I'm somewhat behind the points, and I'm not in position for farming the 4.0 wave because of the boss spawn mostly. Welcome to the stream again, Akong. Welcome to the stream, Kapil Samani. Let me read your messages. Do you play Dota or just Nest of Thorns? For the last, like for the last 2 months around that, I'm mostly playing Nest of Thorns. I did play some like custom matches with friends of mine, but yeah. I did play a lot of Dota late December to basically farm the tokens for level ups. For upgrades for Nest of Thorns. Yeah, but last two months I am focused on Nest of Thorns. Aghanim's Labyrinth. What is Aghanim's Labyrinth? I believe I missed that event. That was like a few years ago, right? Is it mandatory to get Specialist Array or Octarine Core as the first items? So, look, you have four projectiles starting with Dragonos. First array gives you +1, which means 20, like out of 4 that you have available from the start, that is 25% extra projectiles. Considering that this is a projectile build, you get basically 25% more projectiles for every skill, except Mortimer Kisses, which is huge amount of damage, targets per second, whatever. It's huge. Level 2 grants you like 1/5 available, which is 20% more projectiles. It is pretty necessary if you want to like hit the top 95 percentile of the game, of the score, or like even 90, I don't know. It's like huge amount of points. And the game has a snowball effect. The more experience you get early, the more damage you will do later, the more experience you will get later, and so on and so forth. So losing that early experience is a lot. I do allow myself to start with like... I expect... right now, I expect... what's it called? The Specialist Array among my first 5 items. Like now? Awesome. You see? This is almost cheating. You just say Specialist Array and you get it. But yeah, again, like, when I'm running against my personal records, the further, like, I am from theoretical top points, the more variations I allow myself. The closer, like, when I hit those 1.99 million points before the patch, like, it was making no sense for me to like try suboptimal strategies, because to beat that 1.99 million, I had to hit everything perfectly, and like there were no other options. So yeah, I required Specialist Array as the first item basically. But right now I think I'm at the stage where I'm far from maximum possible points in the game, so I allow myself a lot of leeway basically. God, that was... I need to invent shorter answers. But blah, give me a sec. Have you tried going Annihilation at minute 11:30 with the magnet for 12:40? I don't know how you can... So basically, to go with Annihilation at minute 11:30, where I was going with it, you need to get the Apex at level 11:30. This means that at minute 11, you will maximize the World Chassis. That means that at minute 10:30, you will get the Trident. And this is a bad timing for Trident. You want Trident before minute 10. Because at minute 10, you have the most valuable wave of the entire game. And that, like... Okay, I'm living too far from the boss, and the boss is, like, not favorable at all. So yeah, I hope I answered your question. Like, it's highly unlikely to get Apex so late in the game. the annihilation so late in the game and at Echelon 8, and this is why it's like, I believe it's not super efficient in comparison to the Laguna Blade. Would you have done a 24-hour session? So I'm highly against such sessions because this is super unhealthy. You need to sleep pretty often, and sleep is like fundamental thing for your health. But again, if that stream would set me free to the rest of my days because I will make $1 million on it or whatever, I might have considered one-time sacrifice for that. This is not that will happen to anyone ever. So the answer to this theoretical question is no. I'm against 24-hour streams. Have you tried not taking items or go with just 1-2 until track agony? Yeah, I did try that. That doesn't work good. It might work. What I can assume might work is taking 2 specialist array, for example. Or in the past, I was trying to basically stop at 5 items and avoid everything afterwards. And those 5 items are basically 2 specialist array and 3 octarine cores. But in the Echelon 8, I feel like it is pretty easy to hit timings for Handa and Trident, where Handa before minute 6. Sorry. Where Handa is coming before minute 6 and Trident is coming before minute 10. It's pretty easy to hit those targets even if you get bounty after like 7th item, so basically skipping 5 first Russians. So yeah, I don't think it's necessary, and as a result I don't think you need to focus on that too much. For example, again, another example, I will try to avoid chests after the 5th item. But if chest is in the corner of the screen and it will block me from getting into good position for farming minute 4 skeleton wave, I will pick it up. I had many runs where I sacrificed one for another, and it's not worth in theory, and it's not worth from the practice I had. How to turn off the trash talk of heroes? In the main page of the Nest of Thorns, there is a checkbox. I believe it's called the checkbox, the one you need to enable it basically. I will try to. You can check my like patch review video, or you can wait when I finish this or different game and remember that I need to show this checkbox, which I cannot guarantee will happen after this game. Just saying. Welcome to the stream, Orhan Ghazi Karatas. Welcome to the stream, Konstantinos Palapadinos. I bet you are Greek. Konstantinos. I've been to Greece like 2 years ago on a car trip. It was great. I wanted to visit Greece for a very long time. Okay, I really like the octarine core, but again, as my goal is far from what I believe is the maximum allowed points for this patch, I will proceed with this set of items. I still stand correct. I've done 2.22 million. Can get more. What's the secret to get more? To learn the secret, you need to analyze your runs. I have a system that is not ideal, but I'm tracking. I'm recording the video, and then I'm reviewing it. I'm writing down amount of points I had at certain minutes, and as you can see on the left of the screen, I have like estimates from multiple runs that I had that I feel are realistic to hit. I also have like videos where I hit those targets per minute, so like there is total amount of points, and then the which is the gold line, and then there is a green line, which is like amount of points that I got at like during the last minute. So basically current amount of points minus the amount of points I had previous minute. And when I see that I cannot replicate something I by accident or testing something managed to achieve in one of the videos, I check my latest video, I check what I did in that video, then I check the video from the past where I managed to achieve that points, and I try to figure out what I did in that old video, which granted me extra points, and what I'm not doing right now. And obviously from time to time I'm experimenting doing different things to figure out strategies that are helpful in certain situations. Yeah, obviously, like many probably, I have started watching a lot of different videos on YouTube back in December with like personal records of different people. The craziest of them all was late December video from Blanky, who made 1.976 million points. Yeah, that's. I hope that answered your question. Okay, what happens if you are not picking up chests? Short answer is not my strong side, apparently. So, in Echelon 8, you have plenty items. The ones I care about is Handa before minute 6 and Trident before minute 10. It's pretty easy to hit in Echelon 8, even if you pick up first like 7 items without Bounty Agony. This why it's like not super important to delay chests for later pickup with Aghanim. Another thing is that I was explaining is that if chest is on, I'm trying to delay chests from time to time, but if chest is in my way between a good position for farming, as an example again, minute 4 skeleton wave, I will pick up the chest. I had practice, and it simply supports the theory that good position for farming is more important than one extra item, and I came to that conclusion in Echelon 7, and it should be a stronger relation in Echelon 8. What I can suggest to try, if you want to, is getting 2 specialists array, or like, and delaying all the other items if you fancy to do that. or like stop at 5 items where one of them is when 2 of them are specialist arrays and another one is Octarine core. I will have Handa from the next pickup, right? That's cool. I even will have an opportunity to make a single reroll with the Handa. Okay, I'm going to pick up this magnet no matter where the boss will spawn, and luckily enough it spawns here, so... it, it doesn't matter how many items you will have. Like in every game you have enough items, and there is somewhat theory, or there is theory with a bit of evidence that first few bag of golds grant you extra points, but after those few bags you basically have the gold but there are no points coming with it. And if your target is getting points, there is limitation to amount of bag of golds that is reasonable to pick up. So extra items at that point doesn't make much sense. You can get a little bit more damage earlier in the game from basically finishing the Handa earlier, but it doesn't make sense to finish Handa earlier than minute 6 because the skeletons are dying from a single hit of magic missile or whatever other spell you have to kill skeletons. You might benefit from extra kills and damage of Trident if you will get it earlier, but again, even if that works, you will sacrifice the early killings in the same way, and this is a question that I feel the correct answer would be Snowball is more important than a bit of extra damage a bit earlier in the late game. And this is what is supported by my anecdotal evidence, anecdotal data that I collected. Welcome to the stream, Nikolai Botushanov. Welcome to the stream, Jungle. I passed with Annihilation at 2.556. That is a great score. You basically beat the MM nerf, the Magic Missile nerf video I have present on the channel right now. Well done. Again, if I missed some of your questions, feel free to add me in the chat, which is basically at Pilgrim Stream, and I will it will be highlighted for me, and I will answer that. You're wasting way too many rerolls. Yeah, I tend to waste a lot of rerolls in the early game. With the hope I won't need them in the late. Thanks to that I play more games and I try more luck. You can skip more early game games. But again, like, there is not much difference. God, this is the second chest I need to return to. How am I on the point perspective? Okay, I'm 300 points behind. I'm restarting this. Behind the schedule that you can see on the left. I'm through the last few days I came to the conclusion that you will have more overall points from Chain Frost as the second Aghanim. I had feeling that snowball effect from Magic Missile Aghanim is very good, which the data I collected didn't support. And Aghanim on Chain Frost is clearly more powerful in the moment you get it than Magic Missile. Magic Missile has rather future potential. Why is Kanda better earlier than Kayayasha? So the monsters you have at minute 6 are not dying from how's it called? From like Magic Missile plus 60% damage on the single hit. And hitting them twice is a bit... Hitting them twice is reasonable, but Handa gives you like 45% damage on average, but it is distributed through the spikes. And the result of those spikes is that sometimes you don't hit a monster 2 times, or even 3, but it accidentally dies from a single hit of Magic Missile. That boosts the Magic Missile, and it also instantly spawns the monster on the outskirt of this of the screen, and that is something you want to happen. And Kaya does similar effect with like 45% magic damage, but there is no these spikes. So you're like you're killing monsters in batches rather than in like distributed accidental kills. And again, this is a theory. It might work like that, it might not, but like again, from the practice I had and from the data I collected, it seems like this is how it is how it works. The result is there. Handa is working better than Kaya from my data, but reasoning might be different. But more important is that it is better from the data I have. That's pretty much it. And that extra explanation is just how I perceive, how I believe it is working. Okay, I catch up to the chat. That is the good news and the bad news. The good news, I can drink some water. Konstantinos, it's great you like Greece. Thank you. Since the points are accumulated towards the end mostly, do you think not being able to get the optimal points in the first couple of minutes is really that important? I disagree with that statement. Between minute 4 and 5 you make 360,000 of points. From data I collected from Echelon 6, there is no other minute that does anything similar to that. The closest one is from minute 10 to minute 11, you get 320. So you don't collect more. The points that you collect are the most points you collect are not in the first minute or so, but they are decently distributed between entirety of the game, and you need to be a lot of your focus should be on that time between minute 4 and minute 5, because 360 points is like huge amount of points. I will be restarting this game. I need 110, right? And again, to like, you max out your build somewhere around minute 11, minute 12, and after that, yeah, it doesn't matter. But when and how you will max out your build depends on how you will start. The faster you get experience early, the more damage you will output. Like, the more level up you get in minute 1, something weird is happening. Sorry, I think I hear a cat. That was super weird. Did you hear anything? Or is it just me? So, again, the more levels you will get during first minute of the game, the more damage output will be during second minute of the game. As a result, you will get more kills and more experience during second game of the minute of the game. You will get more more skills towards the third minute of the game, and this is like a generic snowball effect. The more you get earlier, the more you will get later. That's pretty much it. So, like, the beginning of the game is super important. It's like, it is also very commonly known effect in Dota game. Yeah. I hope I explained it good enough. Welcome to the stream, Nix. On the last skill, what skill is better, Laguna, Spirit, or Annihilation? Spirits are pretty bad now, in my opinion, because they had some advantage in the past, some effect in the past thanks to the explosion with Aghanim, but now you can't have Aghanim on them. Because there are, like, all 3 Aghanims right now are hard locked basically to Chain Frost, Magic Missile, and Bounty. And yeah, without Aghanim, spirits are pretty bad, in my opinion. Laguna, spirits, or Annihilation. You can go with Annihilation. I would say Laguna is on the first place thanks to the way level ups are done in Echelon 8. Then Annihilation will be second. My current best result after Magic Missile fix was 2.519 today, earlier in the stream, and it was with Annihilation. And after Annihilation, you can go with Spirits. It doesn't matter that much, to be honest. You can go with Spirits, you can go with Frostbite. You probably can go with... I didn't get the Specialist Array. It's like very huge bonus, so I will restart. You can go with these knives from Phantom Assassin. It's like, if Laguna and Annihilation are somewhat helpful, but they are not extremely powerful in comparison to Magic Missile and or Chain Cross. The other 2 skills are not impressive in the comparison to Annihilation and Laguna, so I'm not expecting huge impact from those. You can also go Snotty, that might make your life easier, especially if you didn't manage to get World of Chasm. Snotty should be fine 6 skill if you can get Laguna or Annihilation. That's where I am at right now. Okay, it's 1 p.m. for me now. I will probably end within the next half an hour. I need to pick up kids from the school. So if you have any questions, do them now. Okay. I'm expecting to hit at least 25 points before minute 1, which I hit. I got, but I would be happy to have level 5 at the same moment, which I didn't get, which is super weird. Getting points from gold is not what I want in the early game. I need experience more than anything. Okay, Specialist Array saves this game for a while, but as I have no rerolls anymore and I had to level up Chain Frost to level 2, this doesn't look like a this doesn't look like a promising game, so I will restart. Is it worse to get second axe on Leech or Venge? So I had a feeling that because of the snowball effect of Vengeful Aghanim, it's worse to get Vengeful Spirit Aghanim as the second one, but in practice that I had, it seems like taking Leech Aghanim, which is way more effective, like in the moment you take the Aghanim, yields better end results. So yeah, today I'm taking Leech as the second Aghanim. And yeah, also I from the games I had with how's it called, Magic Missile, Aghanim second, I reached minute 9 with like 45 to 50 extra damage, and as I started switching to Chain Frost, I had similar results, basically having around 50 damage when I pick up third Aghanim on the Vengeful Spirit. So snowball effect is not significant to result in significant differences for extra damage at minute 9 for Magic Missile. God, I'm out of water. Okay, let's do it like this. If I will not start a decent run, I will probably end up the stream in 7 minutes, but if I will start a decent run, I will finish it. I will remind, close to the end of the stream, that if you don't like my microphone, let's say, you can support me through super chats or super thanks or whatever YouTube is calling those, and I will check the local market and buy some decent microphone. My last video went awful, and I noticed it after I made all the footage. That microphone is like, I don't remember the term, but it was basically shutting down at certain loudness. Yeah. So yeah, my next goal will be to upgrade microphone, and after that maybe the camera, which I don't think is an important part, but probably a good thing to have at some point. Okay, this is not my first try today, but this might go as a Vengeful Spirit first run, and it won't because I'm out of rerolls. Picking, yeah, picking. Thank you, Aikong. Yeah, I'm basically using the microphone built into the headphones, and as these headphones are they don't even have like the microphone that is going out towards the mouth, and basically it's like spatial microphone. It's super bad, but again, I wasn't planning streaming before the start of this year or making videos on that matter with my voice. Gonna fix that one day or another. Okay. Again, I need Magic Missile as the first spell. This is absolutely necessary in Echelon 8, because, like, from my practice again, having no Magic Missile ends with, like, locking like 1 or even 2 levels at minute 1. With Magic Missile you can pretty often hit level 5 at 1 minute. I do not prioritize Mortimer over the Vengeful Spirit over Mortimer, but ideally first spell should be Vengeful Spirit, and leveling it up to second level worth it as well. Why? Because with that you can reach level 5 pretty easily, maybe 5.5 at minute 1 mark, and if you don't have Vengeful Spirit as a first spell, you might end up literally with level 3, which is like a huge loss. This does end up, this strategy will end up with way more early restarts, but yeah, the snowball effect is real, and having extra levels early into the game is important. And yeah, in previous game I prioritized Vengeful. I didn't prioritize Vengeful Spirit over Mortimer. It just happened that that the game rolled me multiple level ups into the Vengeful Spirit, and I tend to pick those if game gives me. So I basically had no choice to pick Mortimer over Vengeful Spirit. And yeah, I still am looking to have like a perfect Vengeful Spirit maxed out game where I might not get Mortimer at all. I had few games like that that didn't end up with success. I don't remember for which reasons. Could be just how is it called? Yeah, I will demonstrate you how it is not having the Vengeful Spirit as the first spell. So yeah, I had several games that gave me Vengeful Spirit over everything else, like for several levels. but they didn't end up well, so yeah, I had to restart at some point. Okay, I had Vengeful Spirit spell as the second spell, which is okay-ish, but even with that I don't think I will hit level 5 before minute 1. And if I would have Vengeful Spirit as the first spell, I will be like, even in that bad game that I had before, I was almost level 5 at minute 1, and now I'm like spending another 7 seconds to level up. Yeah, so ideally, I would like to have Vengeful Spirit level 2 as a first skill, as the first 2 skills, and then I would like to pick up everything and prioritize Mortimer over everything else. What makes you most happy, seeing Specialist Array first without reroll, or finding $1 on the ground? I don't know, if you will divide amount of revenue I got from the videos that I shared on YouTube, it will be more than $1 per video for sure. But the question is if it will cover all the Specialist Array without rerolls. So yeah, it's hard to say. I didn't found a single dollar on the ground for a very long time, to be honest. Not that I was looking like I was when I was a kid. And yeah, I'm not talking about dollar, I'm talking about like any kind of money on the ground. Okay, and I'm again playing without Vengeful Spirit still. Okay, I'm out of time right now. I will reach minute 1 and we'll see how much level that will yield me with Mortimer level 2. 4, I'm level 4 finally. Okay, this is the last game I played today. I got a bit tired, to be honest. Thanks everyone who was watching. It was a pleasure to chat with you, and I hope I will see you later on some future streams. And we set another my personal record today, which is 2.519, 2.515, I believe. 615. 2.615 million points after the nerf of Magic Missile. So I will cut that and publish maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Thanks again and see you. Bye!